I run the race and then stop at the finish line. You go all the way through. This is still part of the race. You go until you cross the finish line. You have 2.5 months to not worry about this place. But until that time and life, you go all the way through. If you don't make honors and you wanted to be, work harder next year. That's it. Nothing surprising here. Good job.
All numbers. Look.
Getting this report card today, finding out about my grades all year. It's the first year that I got all A's through every quarter of the year. If I continue this strive for excellence, it could lead to a really good future.
What is your grade point?
Mine's 4.8.
4.8. Congratulations, Rob. Job well done as usual. Congratulations, Robert.
Thank you.
All righty.
Most athletes aren't really that good in the classroom. So I would say I'm unique because I can do both. I'm very athletic and I can do well in the classroom. I don't think it's about where my friends are going. I just want to go somewhere that's a good high school. I want to go to Whitney Young, but that's not really close. It has a really, really good education program, but you have to test to get into the high school. The high schools that are close by the house, Thornwood or Thornridge, they are not like Whitney Young. I wanted to go to the NBA, but we got to have a backup plan, and backup plan is education.
What's his name? Cutie.
Yeah, Cutie.
Clementine.
They all have fruit names. No,
yeah, we have fruit names.
I'm Strawberry. But you can't.
I
love so many code names for these people.
I liked every single guy. I liked the blonde, the brunette, and the Asian. It's my first B ever in my life. I got a B on my report card. All of my years I got straight A's.
Everyone starts with a question we all play. If you could win an Olympic gold medal, what sport would you choose?
Gymnastics!
Woo! High five! Have a great summer, Emma. In our school, we have kids, 7th graders and 8th graders, and they change and grow so much between the beginning of 7th grade and the end of 8th grade. I think the countdown has begun. Summer! 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 Summer!
The same thing on that B flat. That's the only line in the sand I can remember ever drawing. You know, if she wasn't interested in something before, I would just say, okay, that's enough. But with band, it was like, no, we're gonna give this a shot. And part of that was starting to take private lessons over the summer, so she wouldn't just like give it up for the summer and have to start again.
All right, very good.
Yay.
I'll let you go.
It's not really hard for me being adopted. I mean, so what if you just have a mom? I mean, I'm a female, she's a female, so it's a better connection rather than a dad. So yeah, I like my mom a lot. Gymnastics is like my second home in a way because I'm kind of there every other day. We have a 5-hour practice. We usually do every single event for about 45 minutes, and I've been doing it since I was 3.
She's getting more consistent with what she does, because we only spent 5-6 years together.
It's kind of early to be talking about college, but my mom wants me to go to Northwestern because she says it's really nice. I like gymnastics, just I would never go for the Olympics because it's basically all gymnastics. Like, I think I want to do better with academics and stuff because like I want to get all A's this year and not that B+.
One!
Gymnastics is kind of like tests. Like, you want to work hard for it and get a good grade or a good score on it. I think it's kind of the same between gymnastics and school. I'm trying hard to get those A's.
So no half a day?
Nope, you gotta go full day.
I am a student of UNO Charter Schools.
I accept responsibilities for all my behaviors.
Today's a completely normal day. Okay, the only exception of the day is we get to start clean up at 2 o'clock. Okay?
The year overall was not too boring or slow. It went by pretty fast. They pick out 2 students to clean the tables every day after lunch.
I don't understand why I'm asking again. I need every single person in full uniform. I was very clear about the expectation, and I feel like you guys took that and you went a mile with it.
Jesse.
I was behind, actually, when I first went to the UNO school last year. I think I was at a 3rd grade level, and now I'm actually close to a high school level in both reading and math.
I text with my iPod because my brother won't let me use the phone. On average, every day, I would text Bianca 100 messages.
Hi, Bianca. Hi. How are you? Excited?
I work for TSA, Airport Security. So yeah, my schedule's usually Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. I get some weekends to enjoy with the kids and the family.
Huh? What are we talking about? What we've been texting about? Homework, her crush.
Not about her crush.
No, just kidding.
I was just playing about that. But we haven't texted about the homework and going back to school. I need a longer break.
Yeah.
Our summer's been okay. It's a little short. You know, just the year, they only got 4 weeks off.
So 2 and then the middle one. Let me
I'm gonna try to apply to Lane Tech High School and Meacham College Prep. Lane Tech was one of the best schools that you can be able to go to, and Meacham College Prep, I even wanted to go there because like it's a Noble and charter school, and the charter schools I'm already used to, so.
We want to get into selective enrollment, and the Noble network will be a second option.
All right, first of all, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Perez, and I work with the Graduate Support Department here at UNO. So there's a total of 10 selective enrollment schools that exist in the city of Chicago. These are schools that are, and in many ways, looked at as the best schools that exist in the city. Because they are in very high demand of students that want to attend these selective enrollment schools, schools like Whitney Young or Lane, it is pretty competitive and the requirements are pretty high for some of the students to be able to enroll. Once they take their entrance exam and we know what that score is, then schools will start notifying the students whether they were accepted or not based on the selections of their schools.
Gina, you want to cut some leaves out? Gina's in here almost every week. In the summer, they're in here almost every day helping me because we're very busy during the summer. Gina is very bright. She's a little shy sometimes, but when you get to know her and she warms up to you, she's very sweet, very helpful. She's the kind of student and child that if you give her directions, she gets it right away. When are you going to start applying to high schools?
October something.
October?
I think.
Where do you want to go to high school?
Whitney Young.
I don't see any reason you shouldn't get into Whitney Young.
My dad, he works a lot, so we don't see him as much as my mom, but he's always like happy when he's home. And my mom, she does everything for us. Like, we can ask her anything and talk to her anything. Talk about anything.
Él tiene 2 trabajos para poder la renta, los biles, los gastos de los niños y él ahora sí que hace de todo. Él en el restaurante trabaja de busboy, pero cocinando. Hace limpieza también en la mañana en una oficina. Y yo no trabajo porque, pues, ¿quién va a cuidar a los niños? Yo vivo para ellos. Hacemos otras cosas, pero ellos son mi vivir, mi vida, mi diario. Ellos son mi todo.
Do you know anything? No, I'm scared. What's your name? Gina Madera.
This is the shortened version of our schedule. Make sure I see your eyes because this is very new from last year. Look it over. Let me know if you have any questions.
Well, sometimes you just don't have anything to do with summer, so you just want school to start. But then when you think about it, about getting up in the mornings early, you don't really want to go back. But the better the grades are, the better high school you can get in.
3 weeks.
My grades were straight A's last year. You don't have to like it to be good at it.
Files closed. Everyone sit with your classroom. You don't have to rush. No one have to get up. When lunch is passed, break down. Here. Great. Here. Kindergarten through 4. K through 4. Welcome back, guys. You got tall on me. Good to see you all. 4th grade right here.
It's the first day. It's the first day of school. We're not graduating yet.
I mean, I've been here for 9 years, so I got used to it. Everything that I didn't like, I found a way to, make it so it was better, and it worked for me.
We just went through the usual application process to get to Disney. So, and actually, that is the only place we got accepted. But we were happy there.
The gifted program, I think he started to get challenged a little bit more academically, which kept them interested. And the teachers weren't afraid to give him a little bit more work or some suggestions to do more work, just to make sure that he wasn't bored.
And I really drove myself nuts for a long time about where I thought Kyle should go to kindergarten. And then one day I woke up and said, if the choice we make is not right, it's only kindergarten, and we can do this all again next year and the year after and the year after until we find the right place. And that's sort of how we feel about high school too, or how I feel about it, but I'm confident we'll find the right fit for him.
It's not rocket science. I think there's a certain amount of spots and everyone's trying to get into those limited number of spots. But yeah, we talk about it quite a bit.
Obviously, we are thinking about going to open houses. We already went to the Peyton open house, and we went to a couple events at Northside. Those are my 2 main choices, so we've checked out those 2 schools. Going to schools really opens your eyes, and you can't slack off.
Probably one of our best students of all time. Straight A's, 8th grade. Straight A's, 7th grade. Best student we had, nicest girl ever. She did everything. She applies to Northside and does not get in.
Now, you might not want to go to Northside or to Whitney or Peyton or, you know, wherever. Maybe you don't. But what you do want is options. These high schools don't care if you are in gifted. So every year, we have some kids who think, I'm in gifted, I'm going to Whitney Young. No, you're not. And then we have kids in other people's classes who work their buns off and they're going to Whitney Young.
Just because you think you're at the top of the food chain and like, I got these great scores and I've got these great grades and I do all this stuff, doesn't necessarily mean that these schools are going to take you. I don't know how they decide, but just be aware you want options. You want options.
Every single kid in our class is a masterpiece.
Discipline just kind of spiraled out of control.
Turnaround Schools is our business, training teachers to be effective educators.
All of our families pulled their kids out of another school and brought them to our school.
This program is part of American Graduate. Let's make it happen. A public media initiative made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.